Hi everyone, welcome back to Creatively Crafted Life. This is Melanie and I'm picking up where I left off on a Saturday with sorting through my mixed media items, and I think what I am going to tackle today, hopefully I can get through this bin here of kind of generic supplies, crafting supplies that aren't necessarily like the actual supplies. I don't know how to call them. They're things like coffee filters, paper plates, cotton swabs, all that kind of stuff, you know. Stuff that I need to use, but not, yeah, you get the idea. And then I'm also going to work on the substrates, I'm calling it, for lack of a better word. I think I'm going to use two drawers, one for the generic supplies. Hopefully they will all fit in this bottom drawer. If not, I will move up here. Needs to be cleaned yet. Up here, and also use this one for the substrates. So let's see how far I get. Okay, so this is what the drawer with the supplies looks like. I've got fixative, shaving cream, a container that I can use like as a water container, coffee filters, gloves, Dixie cups, cotton swabs, painter's tape, paper plates. These are rubber bands, some extra packaging for packaging technique, and then other packaging below that I used for paint palettes. And then this one is only half full. I've got my deli paper, lunch bags, some alcohol ink substrates. This is also for alcohol ink, and then also a panel behind there. So I still have some space. I'm debating about putting the other paper bags I have in there right now. They are situated right there, and I'm thinking, it would be nice to free up that space. But let's just see as I work through the rest of the stuff if I need that space in the drawer for something else first before we get moving that. So that didn't take me very long. So I am going to tackle this bin next. I have back here the rest of my chamois that I bought that I used to clean stamps, and then more coffee filters. This is going in long-term storage. I'm calling it long-term storage, but surplus storage. I said these are going to go up in the closet. Not sure I'm going to do it fabric kit, but I can deal with these. And I think, like I said, I'm going to spool these off into smaller samples and then put the rest of this in the same bin as that. Okay, so I had a couple pieces of this thin cardboard in my stash, two of them that are exact same size. I think I can probably get strips of 3 across here, so 2 of these will fit 6, and I have 5 rolls. So I think that's a good start. Let me get winding. Okay, this may seem silly, but I was a little concerned that wrapping this around this cardboard would be too harsh of a edge. I don't know that this is going to make that much difference, but I just took some of those cotton swabs and stapled them to the cardboard. We'll see how it goes. To be honest, like, I probably, if I'm going to use it, I'm going to bunch it up anyways, so I'm not that concerned about having a crease. But, you know, I like to have options, so we'll give this a try. And it's not like I'm going to use the whole roll, so if I did need something that was really relative crease free, I could always go back to the main roll. But look, this has creases too, so I don't know, maybe I'm being silly. Okay, so this will go in my surplus storage, and this is what's going to go in my zone 1. You can see it's significantly smaller, which was my objective. So I have a couple Birds and Blooms magazines, which I have specifically for a project. They have some really gorgeous photos in here of birds, and there is this idea of doing reverse journaling, or reverse, I can't remember exactly what the term is, but the idea is that you leave the image and paint around it and then add your textures, layers, etc., as opposed to cutting this out and then decoupaging it or whatever onto your artwork. Anyway, something I wanted to try out because there's some really pretty pictures in here. So I have 2 magazines that are going to stay that way. I have this Gardener's Guide to Container Gardening, and I'm going to keep this one for another art journal because, you know, that's the way I roll. I never have enough, I guess. And I have a National Geographic magazine which there, again, there's another very specific technique that's supposed to work with the papers in here. And so I'm just going to leave that intact. I had bought a bunch of secondhand books that I had bought strictly for just tearing the pages out to use in art or junk journals or art journaling, that kind of thing. And so what I'm going to do from these books is I'm just going to tear out a few pages, you know, just a handful or whatever, and then the rest we're going to find a more long-term solution for them. So this is a dictionary that I had all through college, and I'm now using it for art journaling, and I've decided that I'm going to keep this intact just because if I'm doing a specific journal on something and I want to use, you know, a dictionary page that's relevant for it, that it would be nice to have that option available. These are all the pages I ripped out of those other books for now. That's good enough. And those are the books there. So again, I'm going to find a different place for them. If they don't fit in that box, then I will probably place them out in a cabinet I have out in my main living area. So we're making good progress. I need to sort through some bins. Okay, so I ended up filling more items in this drawer. I have some like cardboard. These are all like pamphlets and stuff like that that are like really nice, thick quality that I can use for inserts or just doing pages or journal pages on. I have my Tyvek envelopes, and then underneath here I have some manila folders. I shifted and resorted my budget drawers. I spread it into two because the other one was just too full, and I needed to do that so that I could have space for my mixed media layers. So this one here has more of the tools that I call budget, stuff that I get at the Dollar Tree, Daiso, that kind of thing. And this drawer is stickers, cardstock, tissue paper, things like that. Again, all budget oriented supplies. This is becoming my mixed media layers drawer. I don't know what else to call it. So this has got tissue paper, my book pages, dictionary. Here's that crepe paper. And then I have these in these binder or in these folders for now. I'll show you what they look like. If this is not ideal, definitely not if I obtain more supplies. But for now, it's working, so I'm just going to leave it as is. So in here I have different types of tissue paper. And then in this folder I have like jelly plate, prints, you know, what do you call it, scratch paper, that kind of stuff. And then here I have larger scraps and golden book pages. And then these are those Tim Holtz wallpaper. And technically these are Christmas, so I probably, some of these should go in with my Christmas stuff. Let me show you what I did with the Christmas stuff. So I had another folder just with Christmas-oriented journaling stuff, and I just stuck it up there for now, which is, it's the bin that has all my December daily stuff in there. I don't know if it's going to stay there, but that's where it's going to live for now. So that is that drawer, once I put those folders back. And then this drawer has all my embellishments. So I've got a tin for scrap papers, a tin for random embellishments. These are also embellishments, and then large kind of sticker things that I would use in my journals. So I thought I was pretty much done. And then I remembered I had this bin. So that's what I'm going to tackle next. Okay, so most of those items were projects, and I still had a drawer left, so I just stacked the different projects here. I have a ton of projects also underneath my desk, like in the area between the top part of my desk and then the next layer. But it's full, so I can't put these there. So this is okay for here. These are a little more specific projects as opposed to ongoing projects. So that means all of these drawers are now full. I think everywhere. Yeah, they're all full, so that's good. That bin is completely empty, so bonus. And I have this piece that goes in there, and this is what that looks like. So basically I put my random 12 by 12 sheets, not in a paper pad, any calendars I have, doilies, larger scraps of paper that I didn't want to put in the scrap bin, postcards, envelopes, maps, frames, washi tape, small envelopes are all in this one. So this is part of the mixed media stuff or art journaling. And then the two multi-purpose bins just hold my paper pads that I bought specifically for art journaling. So I think, my friends, that is it. Now it's just a matter of cleaning up this mess and dealing with all the extra containers. I need to figure out what I'm going to do about that. So that'll be another episode, so stay tuned. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so if you are interested in following along. And until next time, happy organizing.